Hello there, it's day 13 of our Jesse Tree stories today. And finally, we get to hear about the person the Jesse Tree is named after, because we're going to have a story that mentions Jesse. But actually, the story we're going to hear is more about Jesse's son, David. Now, yesterday we heard about Ruth, didn't we? Ruth was Jesse's grandmother, so she's David's great-grandmother. In today's story, we're going to hear about how David was anointed to become king. Let's hear about how that happened.
One day God spoke to Samuel and said, "Fill your horn with anointing oil and go to Bethlehem and find a man called Jesse. I have chosen one of his sons to be king." Samuel went to find Jesse. "Call your sons together and we will make an offering to God," he said. "One of your sons will have God's anointing today." "Show me the king you choose," Samuel prayed. "It is not being the most handsome, tall or strong that makes a good king," said God. "I look for a good and honest heart." Samuel looked at each one of Jesse's sons, but not one of them were God's chosen king. "Do you have any more sons?" Samuel asked. "My youngest son is just a boy and he's looking after the sheep," replied Jesse. "Send for him straight away," Samuel told him. "We won't sit down to eat until he gets here." As soon as Samuel saw David, God said to him, "This is the one I have chosen to be king of Israel, because I know how much he loves me." Samuel poured the holy anointing oil that was in his horn onto David's head to show he was God's chosen king. God's Spirit was with David from that very day.
David is a really important person in the Bible, and that's why the Bible talks about Jesus coming from the line of David. David's symbol is a six-pointed star, which I've made to remind me of him today. So I'm going to pop that on our Jesse tree. I'll put that right up here, up high. So that's the story of how David was anointed to be king. Join us tomorrow for another Jesse Tree tale.